Hey, it's Madeleine Arthur here, and you're watching The Permanent Rain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press. Today I am so happy to be joined by Madeleine Arthur. How's it going?
I'm really well, thank you. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, it's so good to see you. We were just talking. It's been a few years, so excited to be catching up and just in time for the release of To All the Boys #3. You've starred as Chris in all three of these movies. What will you miss the most about stepping into her shoes?
I'll miss getting to explore Chris's sense of humor and all of the scenes with everyone. I'm gonna miss seeing everyone on set all the time and getting to act with them and all the fun adventures that we've had off set. I mean, when you do three movies with a group of people, you really do. You hear this a lot, but you become like a little family, and I'm gonna miss them so much and miss stepping into the world of To All the Boys.
Speaking of shoes, she did have some pretty stylish ones, some
Yeah.
nice hats, some jackets. Did you get to take anything from wardrobe?
You know what? I didn't get to take anything from wardrobe, unfortunately. I wish that I could have on all three movies, and they're such great outfits. And on the third, there were definitely some things that I was like, oh, that would be so cool to keep as a keepsake. But in terms of taking things from set, I did take the back of my chair because I love collecting those. So I have one from all three movies. And then I was inspired by Chris's fashion after the first movie, and I bought a hat that was kind of like her hat.
What was your favorite scene to film across the movies?
Ooh, across the movies? I have so many favorites that I feel like my favorite is changing all of the time. There's a scene in the third movie, I don't want to give it away. It takes place after prom, and I really enjoyed filming that scene. But you'll have to ask me more after the movie comes out.
So, something I do love though is that Chris got her own romantic storyline in movies 2 and 3 when they brought in Ross Butler as Trevor. So, what was it like working with him as a screen partner?
Oh, he's so great. Our characters are really fun and flirtatious. And so for Ross and I, it was so much fun to play with their kind of senses of humor and how they get along and bounce off of each other. So we had a great time. Our director, Michael, was really open to us improvising a lot. So Ross and I were able to have a lot of fun and play around with Chris and Trevor's relationship and dynamic. So it was really great.
I just love the scene in the second movie at the wood shop when you first kind of see it coming together, and she's like, "We just," what was her line again? "We just love the
We
smell."
both love the smell of sawdust, and that is not a crime, I think is the
She
line.
has so many great lines. There was a treehouse scene as well. Genius then, genius now. That was
Yes.
great. So, to all the boys, always and forever, it's senior year, prom, trip to New York City. What can you tease about what's to come and what's to come for Chris?
Oh, well, like you said, it's their senior year, so they're navigating that last little bit of high school. We see them travel on a school trip to New York, and Lara Jean and her family, they go to Korea, and this movie is all about the evolution of the characters and their growth and figuring out their next steps post high school and what their lives will look like as they branch out.
We are so excited to see it. What do you have as a message for those fans who have been with these movies and these books since day one?
Oh, well, thank you for being with the books and the movies from day one. I hope that everyone loves them as much as we do. I feel like everyone will be really pleased with the third movie. I'm super proud of it, and I feel like it's this wonderful tie up to this really special trilogy.
So, like LJ and Chris, you and Lana are close friends off set. I know you were doing some FaceTime cooking together last year. When did you know that you just clicked?
I mean, I feel like we clicked right away, and then we were lucky that we filmed movie one together and became really good friends. And then we do two more movies together, and spending all that time on set and then playing best friends and having that influence your friendship off screen and vice versa. And it kind of seeps into one. And I'm so grateful that these movies really brought us together. And then we got to act together. And now I'm sad that we don't get to act together anymore, but maybe one day in the future it will happen again, and that we're still super close friends now.
Yeah. So I know you were in her and Anthony's music video for Raining in London. When you
Yeah.
got the call to take part, what were you thinking and what was that whole experience like?
Oh, I mean, when I got the call, I was like, of course, I'll do anything for you. And I was so they're two of my closest friends, and to see them make music, and they're so talented, and I'm a huge fan of all that they do. And so I was so honored to be a small part of Raining in London. And I think they have more music stuff coming out soon, and I'm so excited to see it all.
Lulu and Emmy haven't met yet, right?
So Lulu and Emmy have not met yet. You are correct. Wow, very good, Chloe. So Lana has met Lulu. I have met Emmy. Lulu is obsessed with Lana. I think Lana's a dog whisperer. But they haven't met yet, which is so sad. I feel like we've tried to introduce them like via FaceTime, but I don't know about anyone else's dog, but my dog does not understand the concept of a screen at all.
Hopefully, sometime later this year or next year in person. Can we
Yes.
talk about you as Lavinia Gardner in Color Out of Space? That is one of the wildest, most captivating films I have seen in a while. So, what did you take away from working on that film?
Oh, I mean, that was such a magical experience going to Portugal and working with Richard Stanley and Nick Cage and Jolie Richardson, and bringing this story to life was so special. We were in this town of Sintra, which is right outside Lisbon. It's called like the Mountain of the Moon, and so it kind of had this mystical quality to it. And so filming there and getting to be a part of this story based off of an H.P. Lovecraft short story was amazing, and get to develop a character like Lavinia was so exciting to me as an actor. It's an emotional roller coaster, the movie as a whole, and that was really, really cool.
So, when you saw it all come together, what do you think was your favorite scene in that film as Lavinia, or as a whole? Because the visuals in that movie were insane.
Oh my, I would say, ooh, because I feel like I'm thinking of the beginning of the movie before the color really starts to have its effect on them, and there was, and then I'm thinking, and I think of it like three parts. I would say there was a day. It's not really a particular scene, but it was a day, and it felt really special because we had been doing a lot of the scenes that take place in the attic, and it was really emotional and really intense. And then once we finished filming whatever we were filming that day, which took place in the attic, kind of when the line of like you handled the alpacas, I think is the line. It was like that scene. And then we did the scene where Lavinia and Nathan are watching the sky and it's pouring rain. And that was really cool because we filmed that at the end of the day, and we were just in this rain tower. And that night there were rings around the moon, so it felt very mystical. So that's not really a specific scene, but it was like this day of filming that just felt very special and very specific to kind of like Color Out of Space.
Yeah, I love those because it's all about those moments. I love the article that you wrote for Backstage where you talked about your three pillars: patience, persistence, and preparedness. As a working actor, how long did it take you to strike that acceptable balance?
Ooh, I mean, I feel like my motto, as cheesy as it is chance favors those that are prepared. And I feel like, yeah, being persistent, being patient is paramount, and being prepared, always putting in your best work. Because my grandpa kind of had this motto that was passed down. My mom passed it down to me, was kind of do it well or not at all. And I feel like that's so important, just to be as prepared as you can for whatever comes your way, then being patient and persistent. Just, things might not happen overnight, and they don't, but just staying persistent and not giving up.
Very well said. Because we also talk a lot about music. Who are a couple of artists you are listening to on your playlist?
Ooh, I've been going through kind of like a St. Vincent phase right now. I'm always listening to jazz, a lot of like Chet Baker, Dizzy Gillespie. I'm always every night at dinner I put on some kind of jazz. Um, Near Tears, a really great band. There's so many. I'm all over the place with music because I like to keep it fresh and exciting.
And our wild card question for you: can you name all of the Spice Girls?
Oh man, okay. Can I name all of the Spice Girls? Okay. Well, Posh Spice, Sporty Spice, Oh man, Chloe, really challenging me here. I actually don't know if I can name all the Spice Girls. I can't believe this. Oh man, I should know this. My mind is blanking.
Do you
What
want to
the
take a
heck?
pass and a revisit?
Yeah, I can't believe this. I think we're gonna have to take a pass. I'm
You
sorry.
got two, so that is not bad. I will tell you
Yeah,
the other ones.
okay,
It
let's
is,
hear it.
so you said Posh and Sporty, right?
Yes.
Scary, Baby, and Ginger.
Scary Baby and Ginger.
You'll know for next
course.
time. We will re-quiz you on that.
Okay, next time we speak, I'm gonna remember my Spice Girls.
Awesome. Well, Madeline, it's been such a pleasure catching up with you. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you. So good to see you, Chloe, and stay safe and healthy.
You as well. Make sure to catch Madeline in To All the Boys, Always and Forever out February 12th on Netflix, and we will see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.